The Indian palm squirrel, also known as the northern three-striped and jungle-striped palm squirrel, is a member of the Squirrelidae family, also known as the squirrel family. The Indian palm squirrel, unlike most other squirrels, lives in a warm environment. They're originally from India, but have been introduced into Australia. Once introduced into Australia, the squirrels became both a pest species and an invasive species, quickly multiplying to numbers that were destructive. With a wide diet, the squirrels ate many crops and were even known to eat school kids' lunches. Many successful attempts to erase the squirrel from the Australian ecosystem has led to very low population numbers, the last known number being only 10 squirrels in Perth. Although the squirrels have almost been removed from the Australian environment, they have many features that help them survive in Australia. The Indian palm squirrels are classified as rodents. Most of their bodies are covered in tan-coloured fur, however they are mostly identifiable by the 3 yellow-white stripes that run down their backs. In Australia, the squirrels live in rural areas and have a main diet that consists of bird eggs, fruit, insects, and the buds from trees. Their main predators are snakes, wildcats, and humans. The Indian palm squirrels live up to 4 years, a female squirrel being able to have on average 18 pups a year. Many of the adaptations that the Indian palm squirrel had in India where it lived have helped it survive in Australia. An example of a physiological adaptation that the squirrel uses is its body temperature regulation. The squirrel uses sensors in its brain that tell its blood vessels to expand or contract depending on the temperature. A behavioural adaptation of the squirrel is that it chooses not to hibernate as a result of the warmer climates that it lives in. Instead, the squirrels tend to stay in their nests until the Australian temperatures have cooled off. One structural adaptation is that the squirrels have rotatable hind feet that help them climb down trees face first and get away from their predators. Most squirrels do have this structural adaptation. The Indian palm squirrel was introduced into Australia in the late 1800s. They were originally from certain areas in India, Nepal, Pakistan, Iran, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. The 2 places that the squirrels were introduced into were the Perth Zoo and Taronga Zoo in Sydney. They were meant to increase interest in the zoo's parks and were meant to be contained, however they quickly found ways out of their captivity. Nowadays it is estimated that there are less than 10 Indian palm squirrels left in Perth. The number of squirrels in Sydney has not been measured. 3 years of trapping efforts led to the decline in population for the species. The squirrels were trapped as they were regarded as a pest species and are still meant to be killed if they are found. The Indian palm squirrel has a mainly negative effect on the Australian ecosystem as it creates competition with many second-level consumers. The squirrels can even make competition with many snakes for food and also create nesting competition with sugar gliders. As the Indian palm squirrel has a wide diet and eats most fruits, most insects, and some species of birds' eggs, animals such as the western spinebill, the sugar glider, and even the kookaburra must compete for food sources with the squirrel. Many problems could result of the Indian palm squirrel creating competition. However, due to their small numbers, they have not done any harm to the environment. The main reason that the Indian palm squirrel is successful in Australia is the fact that they have become numerous in only 2 regions. They have remained in the rural areas of Perth and Sydney and have not spread elsewhere. The squirrels thrive on the scavenged food that they can find left over from people. The palm squirrels also have a few biotic relationships that help them survive in Australia. These include a lack of predators in urban areas, humans feeding them in cities, and kookaburras eating snakes. As the squirrels live in or near cities, they barely have to worry about any predators. People keep snakes and wildcats away from housing, which leaves little to no predators. Along with this, humans enjoy feeding wild animals, especially tourists who are often visiting cities. The Indian palm squirrels can gain a lot of the food needed for its diet from humans. The last biotic relationship that helps the squirrel survive is the fact that one of their main predators are eaten by kookaburras. Snakes eat kookaburras and vice versa, which means that the squirrel's predators' numbers are kept at one base amount.